Good morning, dear. Good morning, kids. Do you remember when I spoke to you about the so-called family Paridae, which comprises teeth chickadees and teeth mice? Okay, if you don't remember, just to refresh the memory, belong to this family the Eurasian blue teeth and the great teeth. I have already spoken. And today I have here another member of these groups, the Pecile palustris, the Marsh, also known as a Marsh teeth. Closely related to the willow teeth, Pecile montanus, to which he resembles so much to cause a problem of identification. But we will know the willow teeth in the future. So let's speak about the marsh teeth, which is a small passerine bird, can be found throughout temperate Europe and in northern Asia. Here in Italy he is a resident bird. We call it cinciabiglia, and it is widespread throughout the Italian territories, from the Alps to the plain in southern Italy. Despite his name, the marsh teeth has a vast range of habitat, including dry woodland. In general, he predominantly lives in oaks wood and deciduous forest, but it is possible to meet it also in gardens and parks, especially during the winter season. The site of the nest is a hole, usually in a tree, but also in wall and on the ground. And box nests are maybe used and are useful. The marsh teeth is a omnivorous bird. He feeds on insects such as spiders, seed, predominantly that of the thistle, dry fruit, mainly the beech mast, and also fruits and berries. The sexes in this species are alike. Male and female are a small-sized passerine bird with a black crow and an ape, white cheeks and brown backs and grayish brown wings and tail. And at last, the marsh teeth is a monogamous bird, and often he pairs for life. For today and for the marsh teeth, that's all. So have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Ciao. Good morning and good Monday, people and kids. Today we have here the Eurasian jay, which is a passerine bird of the same family of crows, jackdaws and magpies. He occupies a vast Palearctic areas, which include most of European regions, from the north to the south, from Spain to Turkish Caucasus, Central Asia up to Japan. In Africa, he lives on the mountains of the Atlas chain. His optimal habitat is represented by deciduous and mixed woods, with a prevalence of oaks and hornbeams. But the jay is a adaptable bird, so he lives well also in the taiga, pine woods and the Mediterranean thicket. He nests in the trees or large shrubs, and both sexes typically feed the young. The Eurasian jay is basically an omnivorous bird. He feeds on seed such as beeches, chestnut, hazelnut, acorns, also grains and berries, especially blackberries and rowan berries, and fruits, especially apples and figs. The carnivorous part of the diet consists of small mammals such as bats, rodents, reptiles like lizard, and little nestling and eggs. The appearance of the jay is strong, with a large, square, elongated head with a conical, sturdy bill. The plumage is unmistakable. The feathers of the body are of a brick pink color. The remiges and the tail are black, and the wings have a band of a beautiful bright blue striped with black. Sexes are alike. We call him Ghiandaia, and for today that's all, so see you tomorrow with a new story. Bye bye, ciao! Good morning people, good morning kids, and this is the most famous of all ducks, Anas platyrhynchos, also known as Mallard, which is the progenitor of many of the ducks seen in our courtyard. The mallard breeds in temperate regions of America, Eurasia and North Africa, and winters at lower latitude. Here in Italy and almost in all parts of Europe, he is a resident bird, and we call him Germano Reale. The mallard is a waterfowl, so he is closely related to aquatic environment such as lakes, rivers with shallow waters, where he feeds on the vegetation he finds on the surface, like duckweeds, algae and similar plants. But sometimes he doesn't disdain insect and larvae once a while. In this species, the sexual dimorphism is marked. The size in male and female is the same, but definitely different colors. The male has a head and the upper part of the neck of iridescent green, a white collar in the middle of the neck separates the green head from the breast and the upper part of the back, which are of a brown-purple color. The side and the belly are silver, and all wings have a distinct bright blue speculum feathers edged with white. The female has a camouflaging color. She is stained in a beige, brown, dark brown throughout the body. And for today and for the mallard, that's all. So see you tomorrow with a new bird story. Ciao! Ciao Albi! Good morning there, good morning kids, good morning all, and the bird of the day is the redwing, this one, Turdus iliacus, a passerine bird of the thrush family who lives in the northern hemisphere and in northern Africa. He has also been sighted in North America. He breeds in the northeast regions of Europe, but not here in Italy, where he is a migrant winter bird. He migrates in small groups. His optimal habitat is made up of coniferous wood, groves of birch trees, the willow band and the tundra. He lives well also in cultivated area rich in orchards. He prefers Piedmont or mountain area with heights not exceeding 2000 meters. He nests in large shrubs and or on the ground. The redwing is an omnivorous bird. He eats a wide range of insects and earthworms, supplemented by berries and fruits. The size of this thrush is about 22 centimeters in length, for an average weight of 70 grams. He is dark brown in the upper part and white streaked with dark spot in the lower part. He has a distinct cream ice brow and a reddish-brown underwings that distinguishes him from the song thrush, Turdus philomelos, which is a resident bird here in Italy, widespread throughout the territory. In these species, sexes are alike, and for today and for the redwings, that's all. So see you tomorrow with a new bird story. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao Albi. Good morning, good Thursday, and today I have here another member of the doubling duck, like the mallard I just talked to you recently. This is the teal, Eurasian teal, common teal, which is a duck widespread throughout Palearctic zone, with a scattered resident population also in Europe. The teal breeds, in fact, in the northern regions of northern hemisphere and winters at lower latitudes, also here in Italy, where we call it Alzavola. The teal is a waterfowl, so he lives in a nest in moors, mires, salty waters, lakes with shallow waters rich in vegetation. The teal is a gregarious bird. It is a species much more wary of other species of its family. It is difficult to see this duck in gardens and parks. He prefers insulated internal wet environments. The teal is the smallest of all duck present in Europe. This drake in nuptial plumage appears grey with a dark head, a yellowish behind, and a white stripe running along the flanks. The head and the upper part of the neck are reddish brown, with a wide iridescent dark green patch of a half moon shape that starts just before the eyes and arcs to the upper hind neck. The breast is of a buff color with small round brown spots. The wings are grey, brown grey, with a bright green mirror. The female has a uniform color of brown and beige, with the same bright green mirror of the male. And for today and for the teal, that's all. So see you tomorrow with a new bird story. Ciao! Good morning, and today I have here another member of the doubling duck, like the mallard and the teal I talked about yesterday. This is the Gadwall, Arthropoda, widespread throughout the Palearctic zone, where it breeds in the northeastern regions. While during the winter months it migrates to areas at lower latitude, arriving also here in Italy, where we call it Canapiglia, and where there is a resident population only in the northeast of the peninsula, along the Adriatic coast. The Gadwall, the favorite habitats of this drake are open wetlands with fresh water, rarely brackish, eutrophic lake, creeks with reeds, marshes with a dense fringed vegetation. The Gadwall, in fact, feeds on plants and algae it finds on the surface or just under shallow water. This duck is a medium-sized duck. The male in plumage, in nestling plumage or breeding plumage, is patterned grey, with light chestnut wings and a brilliant white speculum, obvious in flight or at rest. In non-breeding plumage, eclipse plumage, it looks more like the female. The female is uniformly light brown. The plumage is much like the female mallard, from which it distinguishes by the dark orange edge bill, small sides, by the white speculum and the white belly. And at last, this duck is a gregarious bird, doesn't forming large groups, and it is a fairly quiet species, except during courtship display, when the male has a hoarse whistling call, and the female has a mallard-like quack. And for today and for the Gadwall, that's all. So see you tomorrow with a new bird story, and have a nice Friday. Ciao! Ciao Albi! Good morning there, good morning kids, and today I will introduce you to the northern shoveler. This one, which is another drake, belongs to the doubling duck, like the mallard, the teal, the gadwall I talk about this week. This beautiful duck that I really like and that vaguely resembles the common shell duck has an almost global distribution, as it is present in the boreal hemisphere like a breeding species, and in the southern hemisphere has a wintering species. It nests at the high altitudes of Europe, but not here in Italy, where it arrives only during the winter months. Like other duck, it is a waterfowl, and so it prefers open wetlands like wet grassland, marshes, lake with shallow water, and some emergent vegetation. Like other ducks, in fact, also the northern shoveler feeds on aquatic plants and algae. It is an unmistakable species due for its large spatulate bill. The breeding male has a iridescent dark green head, a white breast, and a chestnut belly and flanks. The upper part of the wing is of a light blue with a bright green mirror edged in lit white. The female resembles more to the female mallard, except for the dark brown belly, for the white underwings, and for the presence of a opaque green mirror without border on the wing. At last, like the gadwall, the northern shoveler is a fairly quiet species. The male has a clenching call, whereas the female has a mallard-like quack. And for today, and for the northern shoveler, that here in Italy we call mestolone, that's all. So have an amusing Saturday, and see you tomorrow with another doubling duck. Ciao!